Hi folks, and welcome back to my Jedi Knight series on the storyline of the Jedi Knight in Star Wars The Old Republic. We're going to get right into it today. Bloody Pilgrimage is our next one up, and we have to go to the supply camp. If you want to look at your map, you will see where we're going, which is right over here. But don't be fooled, there's actually a very close speeder point to this. It's like right about to here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to warp back to Kenla Outpost and just hop on a speeder right to that position. The Shrine of Healing will actually be right up about here on the map, and you'll see that in a minute. So fun stuff. So if you saw my last video, the last thing that I mentioned was that Talare, the NPC that we just met for the Jedi Knight storyline here on Voss, is one of the coolest NPCs that the Jedi Knight gets to meet in the game, and I will hold by that as you see these quest lines develops. So if you guys have been paying attention this far, I do encourage you to stick with this plotline very closely, because there is some really cool stuff about to go down on Voss. Unlike Belsavis, which I kind of felt like was a throwaway planet a little bit to the Jedi Knight storyline, you kind of go there to stop guys from killing all life on that planet to fuel the Emperor, which is a pretty noble goal, but there wasn't as much of a personal connection to it. On the flip side, Voss will start really getting a very personal connection to it very quickly in the form of Talare. Talare is a native, she's there to protect a mystic, mystics use the Force, and you may feel like that is the direction the plot is going, but this plot is going to throw us a few curveballs before we get there. So, let's talk to Talare really fast, and then we're going to get our marching orders to head over to the Temple of Healing.
I'm here, ready to enter the Shrine of Healing and stop Lord Fulminus.
I cannot. The shrine is forbidden to me. Make the pilgrimage alone. The Guardians will open the shrine.
Hopefully this won't take long.
We will speak when you return from the shrine.
A lot of you guys are saying, like, I don't see it, I don't get it. You will, trust me. Not this hot second, but you will. Alright, Shrine of Healing. By the way, guys, do take in the view. This planet is gorgeous, and yes, it does have high rock walls, very similar to some of the other planets we've been to, but I just find that the whole fall atmosphere of this planet is just very pleasant. A lot of rolling grass in the hills. The drive to the Shrine of Healing, by the way, guys, it's not that long, and it's actually quite beautiful, which is one of the reasons why I didn't just pause and just stop at the healing, or stop when I got to the healing shrine. Now, if you look over there, that's actually the shrine that you can see in the distance, and I just want to point out that unlike most areas of the game, there's not a lot of bad guys just waiting around to be fought. This is one of the reasons that I find this particular part of the game quite relaxing. You know, it's one of the reasons why I'd want to build a player house here. It's just there's just not a lot of combat to be had in this particular area, and I think that's a very subtle note from the from the designers. So many places are just jam-packed with enemies, and this place does have a few, but not nearly in the abundance that you see in other places in the game. And that really goes along with the thought of there's a Shrine of Healing here. Would there be a lot of combat by a place that's considered a place that people would go to heal? So I kind of dig that. It's one of the few places in the game that you'll get some respite from all the fighting. So enjoy it. Alright, here we go. No mounts allowed inside this building, unfortunately, and there is a lot of ground to cover in here. All the quest lines that come to Voss eventually bring you to this building, so everybody has to deal with it. You may also notice too, this is one of the contested planets. So the person I just clicked on there is a Sith Marauder who is in a Taru form, which means that they're probably running in Carnage spec. You know, level 60 down to 48, so he is jumping in on that storyline a little on the late side. But everybody comes to Voss at some point, guys. All roads lead here. You know, there's a bunch of places like that in the game. What's up, dude? I just want to like turn around and just wave at the guy. He's got a few cool pieces of armor though. That headpiece has a very like samurai type look. I really wish they'd give us the ability to inspect their gear. All I can do is inspect achievements. I can't actually see what he's wearing. Sometimes you'll see some guys from the opposite faction running some pretty awesome outfits. If you ever do see that, guys, I do encourage you that if you run into somebody on a planet across factions, and they maybe help you out by killing something, or they wave, or they smile, or they have like a really good attitude about them, write down their name, and then flip over to the opposite side faction, with a any level character, and just say hi. You might make a new friend that way. I've made a lot of friends in this game just by helping somebody out and getting some cool vibes from somebody, and then just jumping over across the faction, saying hi, and starting up a friendship.
Did he say anything else about me?
Only that you may enter.
I'm going in.
Enter.
The one thing about the Voss is they're quite terse. They're not very chatty. They kind of get to the point pretty fast.
Come to feed on our flesh.
What? Everybody be going crazy on Voss. By the way, if you like the outfit that these guys are wearing, I'm just going to zoom in on it really quick. They actually sell that with one of the vendors, reputation vendors in the cantina here on Voss. So if you do like that outfit, you can actually pick that up for purchase. But you do have to be social rank 5 for it. I mentioned it because one of my Jedi Guardians, one of the first ones I ever played on a different server on BC, wears that chest piece in conjunction with a few other pieces of armor to make him look like a paladin. And it was one of the first pure white pieces in the game. So really cool stuff. I am going to actually click on another boost before starting this conversation. Here we go. All right. Interesting vision time.
And your slaughter. We will not harm you.
I have no quarrel with you. I just want to find the Sith Lord.
Gone.
We taught Fulminus the healing ritual. He perverted it.
Corrupts it, it rips open the mind. Violence and slaughter are unleashed.
Fulminus used this trick on his apprentices, even before he came here.
The healing ritual draws from many to heal one. Fulminus learned this technique. His reach is farther now.
Vaylendar left a message in the corner.
I love how Kira just kind of keeps them in her sight and just kind of backs up and puts herself between them and you.
How come this hollow won't activate?
Take it to Talaray.
What's with all the clues? Is the Mystic playing some sort of game?
Our task is done.
Not a lot of answers from these guys, but I want you guys to pay attention. They didn't give it to you. This went to Talaray. She is, the intended target for this particular message. So just kind of keep that in the back of your brain. Fastest way back to Talaray is simply just to warp back to the Pilgrim's Retreat. And she's in the tent just above the bind point. I know, right, guys? I'm thinking it too. Finally, a fast and easy quest. Not everybody's that lucky when they're here on Voss. But that's like one of the simpler quests we're gonna get. Alright, let's see what Talaray has to say.
I am Commander Fruckin Null. Talaray told me your mission.
It's worse than we thought. Fulminus used a Sith ritual to drive his apprentices insane. At the shrine, he learned a technique to make it even more powerful.
This is known. We have reports. You killed the priests at the Shrine of Healing.
They attacked me. I had no choice.
We do not blame you. You walked the path of Vaylendar's vision.
This recording was left behind. It's coded, so only you can play it.
Outsider, your mission is done. Go now.
Wait. He helped us. We may need help again.
Talaray, know my vision. Lord Fulminus in a dark cave. Strange symbols adorn the walls. A corrupted ritual unleashes a plague of madness that drowns Voss in blood. You and the Jedi stand with us. Against him. Meet us in the Nightmare Lands. The Dark Heart.
The Dark Heart. Let's go as soon as possible.
The Dark Heart is hidden. We have no maps. The Voss shun the Nightmare Lands.
The Gormak know the Nightmare Lands. The Gormak King has maps.
I doubt the Gormak will want to share. We need a plan.
Scouts, watch the Gormak. I will speak with them. Wait here, outsider.
Bracken Null is right to be cautious. Gormak are dangerous. They killed my husband.
Was your husband a commando too?
He was. He died serving the will of the Mystics.
I'd like to hear how he died.
Valendaw had a vision. He sent my husband to Gormakos, alone. There he met his fate. He challenged the Gormak king to a duel. The king refused. 100 Gormak warriors fell on him. 20 died before he fell. The king sent my husband's head back to Voss, just as Valendaw foresaw.
Why would someone throw his life away like that?
His death was honored in song. Poems were written, many were inspired. The commando ranks swelled. I enlisted. Now I protect Valendaw.
If your husband hadn't died, you wouldn't be here to help me stop Fulminus.
Talaray, outsider. I have spoken with the scouts. The maps are in the King's Vault at Gormakos. The vault is unassailable. An army of Gormak protect it.
Commandos entering Gormak territory would draw them away, thin their numbers.
Talaray's right. If you create a distraction, I can get inside the vault and get those maps.
Valendaw has decreed you must go to the Dark Heart. I must heed his words. Talaray will lead a squad of commandos against the Gormak. You will infiltrate the King's Vault at Gormakos.
If you can draw away some of the Gormak soldiers, I can get that map.
I will assemble the squad. Talaray, explain the details.
The vault is protected by an impregnable shield. Shield generators are scattered through Gormakos. Find all the generators protecting the King's Vault. Destroy them. We will speak when it is done.
Alright guys, so I do want to talk about the term foreshadowing a little bit. One of the reasons I chose those specific conversation options is because I want you to realize Valendaw and Talaray have a previous relationship as far as Mystic to Commandos, in that he sent her husband off to his death, but his death is what inspired her to become a commando in the first place. And now she's available to be able to help you out in your storyline. Now, there's a reason that's in here. You will see it in the next couple of chapters. I hope you guys don't miss it. She's pretty awesome. So, but with this, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, and then we're going to go into Vault of the Gormak King. We only got 2 more stages to do here on Voss, and they're going to go pretty fast. So, I will see you next time.